You ready for an exhilarating adventure? Then look no further than Ride Excursions and Tours. Get ready to explore the great outdoors like never before with our powerful e-bikes. Discover breathtaking sightseeing tours around the island. Feel the wind in your hair and experience nature in its purest form. Now, whether you're a seasoned rider or a beginner, our e-bikes are perfect for everyone. Call us at 473-422-1011 to book your excursion or visit ridersebikes.com. That's ridersebike.com to reserve your spot. Unleash your adventurous spirit with Ride Excursions and Tours, where every journey becomes an unforgettable adventure.
Adult songbirds and lyrical legends, the Independence Calypso Monarch is here, and this time we're doing it bigger than ever as we celebrate Grenada's 50th. Over $50,000 in prize money to be won. Show your patriotism, devotion, and love for your country with your original piece under the theme One People, One Journey, One Future. Don't wait. Submit your song by January 4, 2024 to the Ministry of Culture or email it to sco@culture.gov.gd. This is more than a competition. It's your chance to be part of Grenada's once in a lifetime Jubilee celebrations. Grenada awaits the next Independence Calypso Monarch, and it could be you.
I'm addicted to Kaiso.
Yeah. Welcome to Ride Along Live. Welcome to, let me make sure you guys hear me fine. It is Monday on the ride. Audio good? Audio good? Yeah, we good? Yeah, we good. Yeah, man! As you guys could see and already know that I am not at our broadcast studio. We are at a makeshift studio here in Grenada. And you know, the ride have to go on no matter where we are. The ride must go on, all right? So as you guys come in, go ahead and share the program, because today we have a very, very interesting program lined up for you guys. It's interesting, it's intriguing, it's lesson learned, it's kind of watch this and probably don't make the same mistake. All of that stuff bottled in one. But we must say at the top, guys, as a disclaimer, you know, we say everyone have a story to tell. Now, our next guest, Ahelia, she's going to tell her side of the story. Now, you know how the thing does go, Jet, because I'm sure by the time we finish the program here, today, we may have a complete different side of the story. But Ahelia, I'm going to mess up her name all program, but she does have a story to tell, and we want to hear it. All right? So everybody share the program right now. Share it, and say, I say, Sherman, how you doing? Lydia! How are you? Nelsia, Charles, how you doing? Nice. Everybody share. Jennifer, Lawrence, how you doing? Nice. And guys, I also must say before we start, no, Lydia, it's not a repeat program, Lydia. This is a live program, Lydia. It's happening now. I'm live in flesh. Feel me? All right. Okay. Jamelia, how you doing? Nice. All right. Okay, guys. So let us welcome our guest. She called us with a very interesting story a few months ago. In fact, it was probably about a year ago. But we did have to do our due diligence. It probably took us longer than expected to do that, but we had to do our checks and find out. So we're here now, and we want to hear her story to see what could have been changed, what possible changes that could be made going forward is important. Let's welcome her to the program right now. Ahelia, tell me if I'm messing it up. Ahelia?
Yes, Junior, quite right.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Ahelia, you decided to join us via audio today. That's perfectly fine. What we're mostly interested in is your story. So we're going to listen. Take us from the beginning of Ahelia. What transpired? What happened?
Junior, I am not a Grenadian by birth, but I marry a great British citizen that migrate back to Grenada, and I live here for a few years. My husband was diagnosed of cancer in 2014, and it's colon cancer. When diagnosed, he just survived for 6 weeks. He was diagnosed in the UK, and we came back in Grenada, where he died on the 25th of July, 2014. On
Okay.
his death, I know he died intestate.
Right. He didn't have a will.
No, he never had a will.
Okay. Just pause right there real quickly. How long were you guys married for again? I don't know if you said
Eight,
it.
8 years.
You guys was married for 8 years.
Yes, thanks.
Okay. Did you guys have any kids?
No kids. I'm the second marriage to him.
Oh, that's okay. No kids. Second marriage.
No kids.
Did he have kids?
Yes, he have 3 girls. I have 3 stepdaughters, grown women.
3 stepdaughters. Okay. All right. So go ahead from there.
Yeah.
You got married. He passed away. He had colon cancer. He died intestate. Sorry, he didn't have a will. So go ahead. Start back from there.
So eventually, I'm the wife. I'm the legal wife. I did all that was possible for his funeral. Whatever. His 3 daughters, them who was born in the UK, came to Grenada, stayed at my home in St. Andrews area. I provide them with all that is necessary for their stay. I did everything for the funeral. They leave after the funeral. I had a letter of administration to do all that's possible for the estate.
Right. Stick out another pin there because we want to get to the story thoroughly. What was the relationship like with you and his 3 daughters?
We were not very close, but we get along well. And they stayed for 3 weeks in my home for the funeral.
Okay.
And all expenses was being covered by myself.
So you covered, as a wife, you covered all the expenses of the funeral, the burial, what have you, what have you, what have you.
Yeah, as well as the staying of my 3 stepdaughters here in Grenada.
Did you guys have any properties or anything together on your name, like together, like housing or land or bank?
Yeah. Yeah. In 2009, I have a property the both of us share.
Okay. Okay. And it's both your name and his name.
Yes, thanks.
Okay. All right. So go on from there now. So he died. You and his stepdaughter, you and your stepdaughters, which is his 3 daughters, didn't have the best of relationship. But nevertheless, they stayed with you, and you guys tried to work it out.
Yeah, I was always nice to them. Excuse me, I was always nice to them, but they had something about themselves. But during the funeral, they were here. I treat them well. I did all that I have to do. I spent all that accommodating them, even paid a taxi from the airport to my home where they stayed.
Right. What was the main problem that you had with his 3 daughters, though? Not one, not two, but all 3 of them.
No, we had no problem, but they were not too pleased that their father remarried.
Oh, they just wasn't happy that he remarried.
That's right.
Okay, all right. But that doesn't change the fact that you guys are married. You legally his wife. You guys share, properties and share stuff together. Bank account, insurance. Did he have insurance?
No, he had no insurance.
He had no insurance. But you guys shared everything like husband and wife
Yeah,
for 8 years.
yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. So he came and he died, and you took care of all the expenses. After his
Yes.
daughter went back, what happened?
I got a letter of administration. I showed the children, that's the 3 stepdaughters, how I handle all the expenses and what is what, because they knew that he told them if anything happened to him, I would take care of everything. The remainder money I had in Grenada from the bank after the expense, I divided in 4 shares. I gave the 3 stepdaughters the same share I got.
Okay. Was he a wealthy person? Did he
Yeah.
he had a lot of stuff, a lot of money, a lot of land, a lot of properties.
Yeah.
Okay.
So eventually, when they leave here, Grenada went
Uh-huh.
back to the UK, and
Yes.
they realized that I have letter of administration. Things get worse with them. They feel, oh, I'm going to be in front of everything. The ex-wife took me to court 3 months after the funeral.
Why?
A lawyer, I'm not calling name, a
Okay.
lawyer here that was representing my deceased husband when he was alive to do any paperwork for us, turned from me and go and represent the ex-wife against myself.
Oh, we go get to that. We go get to that because I don't quite understand how the whole thing happened. But I want to clarify that after he died and the daughters went back and you paid for everything and you shared up everything, you gave them, you know, a quarter of, well, four of them were a quarter of everything that he owned. They still didn't feel like they had sufficient. So what are you thinking, that you shouldn't have that portion that you held on to? Was that the problem?
Well, not that portion. They feel that all the other things that he have, all the other money in the UK and property that he share here with his ex-wife, I shouldn't have nothing more. So
But
they feel I
why
should just go.
why is his ex-wife in on this? Because it's his ex-wife. How could she take you to court, and why she took you to court for? Why she took you to court for?
There is a property in Grenada that the ex-wife and he share where they have apartment building. And he has 2 apartments. So she feel that the 2 apartment that he has, she said it goes back to her when he died.
But hold up. Did you know about that apartment prior?
Yes,
So
yeah,
you know that she was a part, her name was on the deed of ownership to that apartment as well?
yeah, but there's an agreement where the both of them sign how the property is being divided.
Oh, okay. So there is a legal partnership arrangement. It's not
Yeah,
wife and husband arrangement. It's business arrangement.
yeah,
Okay, so it's a business arrangement, a partnership between him and his ex-wife for a certain apartment in Grenada,
yeah.
right? So your name was not a part of that, no way at all.
No, my name was not on that apartment, but in renting, all the tenants that been rent there since I married and came to Grenada, my name is on the lease.
Your name is on the list, but her name is a is a partnership in the company. So she
Yeah,
has shares in the company, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Um, okay. So now after he died, now she want her cut of the property, correct?
She want her cut and his cut.
She want her cut and his cut.
Yeah.
Were you willing to give her her cut and let she go?
No, because I know my husband owned that 2 parts, so I hold to it.
Right, but if there are business partners, again, I'm not no lawyer. I'm just very layman's term I'm speaking from, right? From
Yeah.
my understanding, if she have partnership in this business, she invested into this business, and he no longer continue with this business because he died, isn't it legally she's supposed to still have a portion of that business, even her portion?
She
Why,
have her portion.
why is she not entitled to her portion?
She entitled to her portion, but his portion, I was entitled to that.
Right, exactly. That's my layman's expectation of what would happen. You entitled to his portion, and she entitled to her portion.
Yeah.
But instead, she didn't want that. She want his portion and her portion.
Yes.
But you said, hell no. So what happened after there?
She took me to court. The judge said no. There's a legal document here. You have your portion. His portion go to his wife.
Right. As I said, I'm no judge, but that's what I expected would have happened. You, the legal wife of this man who died, you entitled to his portion. Fine. So the judge ruled that that was supposed to happen, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then what happened?
So after the judge ruled that that has to happen, we had a later date to attend court again.
Right.
Before attending court, there was a will circulate.
Awa?
A will.
A will.
Yeah, before the second attending court, a will came up from the daughters.
But how? But wait, where the will come out? I thought you said he didn't he died without a will.
No, well, that's what I don't know, where the will came from. And I already had a letter of administration before that will circulate.
All right, stick up in there. Let me bring everybody up to speed. Guys, we're talking with Ahelia right now. She's claiming, and again, that's her story to tell, that she was legally married to this man for 8 years. They moved in, and later they was living together. They was married, legally married, everything. They didn't have no kids together, but the man had 3 kids, right? After 8 years, he died. They came, she executed and paid everything in terms of the funeral arrangement, and everything was paid for, including his 3 daughters and their stay here during the funeral arrangement. After that, now, everything turned old mass, as they do say it in local parlance. After he died, she shared up what is between her and the children and her, but they figured that she shouldn't get what she's supposed to get. Also, there is a property in Grenada that the deceased husband had a business arrangement with his ex-wife. Now, that business arrangement, the ex-wife now is claiming that she needs 100% of that business, including her share and his share. The wife said, nah, you're not entitled to his share. I'm entitled to his share. You're entitled to your share. That went to court. The court ruled, as I predicted, that no, the wife, legitimate wife, is entitled to her husband's share, and you probably entitled to his share, depending on how the contract written and things like that. So that's where we are right now. So time passed, and you had to go back to court to rule on that on that particular verdict. What happened?
Yeah, a will circulate. The will that circulate is the 3 daughters are executor of the will, or executor, as we may call it, and I have nothing beside where I live and was given to me with conveyance since 2009.
Okay. So the will circulated, came from thin air, magically appeared with what looked as his signature,
Yeah,
what looked and appeared to be his will. And his will, as it appeared in that particular will, is that you get nothing extra than the house that you're living in.
yeah,
And you are executors of all his property. So they make the decision going forward.
yeah.
Okay. So I'm assuming that you were shocked because you didn't know about no will. As far as you know, he died without a will.
Exactly.
Right. So your reaction now, where that will
But
come out?
that's my point, right? Where the will, and he was in his good sense, everything normal. How will he give me what he already gave me in a will?
Right. So do you have documentation that he gave you the house?
Oh, yes, I have conveyance since 2009. And he would never mention that he's giving me in a will 2014.
Okay. All right. So something start to look fishy there.
Yeah,
Something start to smell fishy because you are legally obligated to have this property that you already have it since how so long, and the will said that you are entitled to this property that you already have and nothing else. So what happened after that?
so
What happened in there?
after the will circulate, I had to get a lawyer. I took a lawyer.
Uh-huh.
I went to court a few times, but it always be on a different story. Maybe judge didn't sit properly in bench and whatever, and we always have postponement date and whatever.
Right.
Eventually, the same matter that they have here with me in Grenada,
Uh-huh.
they went in England, being that they live up there, and the same matter they have in England. So I have one matter in 2 different countries.
Oh, contesting
The will,
the will.
yeah.
Let me ask you about that property. right? The property that he legitimately gave to you before he died. Where is that property located?
In St. Andrews.
Okay, all right.
We
And
we own it. We had owned it jointly.
oh, you guys had owned it jointly, and then he
Yeah,
conveyed it to you. So you legitimately, there's no dispute in the fact that that property is your property.
exactly. I didn't have to get it back in a will.
You didn't have to get it back in a will. Right,
No.
right, right. House and land and everything. Nice, nice piece of
Yeah.
property. Okay,
Yeah.
good, 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 good. And so from there, they are saying that nothing else. You are not entitled, not even to a pin from
Yeah.
from his will, and they are the ones that would make the decision going forward. Take it to court. Tell me the process.
Yeah. So they had me in court here in Grenada as well as the UK.
Uh huh.
In the UK, they know that I don't have money to support myself in the UK because they have hundreds of £1,000. What one of the stepdaughter went to the bank and closed 7 bank accounts. I have proof to show.
She closed the bank accounts.
Yeah, she have a death certificate, and she took his passport, his driver's license, and his bus pass, that she's going to report that he died in England, being he's a British citizen.
Right.
And those are the documents she used with his death certificate and claimed that he's not married and she's the next of kin. And she closed all those accounts.
But first of all, how could she claim that he's not married?
Well,
If
I have no idea what went on in the UK.
uh-huh. But you
The
could
most, the most important thing is, sorry about that, the most important thing is he has a property in the UK. And when they get back there after the funeral, they change the lock on the door. They throw out all my belongings where we just go and spend time there every year. So I had nowhere to go and I had nothing to turn to. I had no penny to move on with.
wow. Wow. Okay. So did you communicate with them at any point and say, yo, what the hell is going on? What's happening here?
Yeah, I did. I communicate with one of them who is the mastermind of everything. And she said, we have a will and you have no say. I take care of everything. So since then, everything is over. They always shut me out. They have nothing to do with me. They're taking me to court. In England, when they send documents to me, they don't send it to my address. They send it to a different address. I don't even know what was going on.
But listen, I'm not a lawyer by no stretch of the imagination. But if you are the wife, right? Aren't you legally entitled to half?
Yeah.
So even if you didn't have a will, you're entitled to half because you are legitimately the wife.
Yes.
So I don't understand how they just write you out of the will and say you're not entitled to anything or you cannot make any executive decision for your husband. I mean, that sounds like it could be easily contested in court to me. What was the process? So did you leave England jurisdiction and the court proceedings alone and just forgot about it? What happened there?
I was dealing with here as well as England. I had a solicitor, but apparently, to my understanding, a lot of money was being paid to who I had representing me. So I was being just thrown under the bus.
Right. Okay. We will talk about that in Grenada. Now, the ex-wife. I want to come back to the ex-wife. Right. Did the ex-wife have any? Did she get anything from the newly found or newly created will?
No,
Okay. So she was not a. She didn't receive
no,
anything.
no, she didn't.
As far as the property that she was claiming that she wanted the whole thing, did anything transpire with that? Did she?
No,
Nothing.
no, that just left sleep after the will circulate. The stepdaughters them know that everything is in their hands. So she stayed quiet and they take on everything now, that everything belongs to them. So she had no say anymore.
Okay. Interesting. All right. So let's come to the part where you go to a lawyer because, of
Yeah.
course, this is crazy.
I went to a lawyer. She was
Uh-huh.
handling my matter. She had a solicitor in England to take care of my matter to an extent. And the
Right.
amount of money that these people want, I tried, I sent some money, but still they want more. I couldn't afford more. And I didn't even know what was going on behind closed doors. So eventually the matter here was being stayed. They asked for the matter here in Grenada to be stayed. The matter here was being stayed, and it was going on in England. Now, my letter of administration was being registered in the UK twice.
Uh-huh.
And on the third occasion, they contest that. And they say, no, I'm not the right fit person. They have a will. So on the third occasion, when it's supposed to be permanent now and not registering yearly, it went bias. So now I saw the signature on the will, and I know my husband's signature because we're doing a lot of renting with the two apartments. We have a lot of tenants every now and again. So I know his signature because I am one of the person who joined with him with the renting. So I said, well, I'm going to contest this will because this is not his signature. Eventually, my lawyer got ill. She appointed me to another lawyer here in Grenada. The other lawyer took it on from there.
Right.
Now, it so happened I had a document in 2 weeks, matter calling in court. I prepared no paperwork, but matter calling in court in England that I have to appear because the will is going to go through the court. I can't afford to go to England. My lawyer here in Grenada said they can't do anything about it. They don't know nobody in England and they're this and what. So I went online and I got a solicitor to represent me.
Okay.
That I did on my behalf. Now, being that I have a lawyer in Grenada, my solicitor have to get in touch with my lawyer in Grenada to know how things going.
Yes.
My lawyer in Grenada advice is don't oppose the will. We're going to put in for estoppel right here in Grenada and let the will go through.
Hold on.
Okay?
Hold on. Don't oppose the will.
Yeah, forget about it. I can't prove that the signature is forged. So let the court take whatever action, and they're going to apply in Grenada here estoppel. That's my right. My husband's share must be shared for me to have a portion.
Right.
Now, the court over in England ruled I applied for a forensic on my own.
Right.
I didn't get a forensic in the Caribbean. I didn't get a forensic in the UK. I get a forensic all the way in the US. And the will has been proved forged. 7 different signatures for 7 years. I sent 7 different years, and none joined with the will signature.
Oh, wow. So then you have a perfect case. You have an easy case. You have good forensic on your side. What's the problem?
Now, after I got that the will already probate in England,
Right.
that the will is valid, okay? Apart from being the will probate in England, it's a lot of things went on with the will. One of the daughters says she had it to keep. On one occasion, she said it was in some courtroom. On another occasion, the person who made the will say he had it in his safe. All these that I'm telling you is documents I have to prove.
Right.
Now, I have a judgment on me in Grenada that the will probate in England, in England, where they
Right.
accept it valid. Now, my lawyer in Grenada never ever informed the judge here, even though that will was in England, the judge here had a right to say something because I have nothing in that will. My lawyer here never ever informed the judge here my side of the story. On one occasion, my stepdaughters, as well as their mother, asked my lawyer to bring all the matters together. The one that she have with me and what I'm contesting the will. Unknowing to me, my lawyer never informed me, and my lawyer never responded to that, and all was being merged together.
I have a question here from the chat. Besides
Yeah.
everyone asking who's a lawyer, that we're not going to,
No, I'm not calling names.
right, you're not going to call the lawyer name right now. But someone is
Who
saying,
knows me gonna know who I'm talking about.
right, Golden St. John was asking, was saying actually, you should have appealed the judgment.
Well, I couldn't appeal the judgment in the UK, but I was asking here for
Right.
the judgment to stay. But my lawyer never make an application to stay because I had to pay my lawyer here. That's a new lawyer that I was appointed to.
Right.
The lawyer asked for 75,000 Grenada dollar.
75,000 EC.
Yeah. I said, okay, I'm going to see how I'm going to pay that. They said I have to pay $25,000 before they start anything for me. I did pay $25,000. The $25,000 that I paid in May, sometime in June, July, when the matter came that the other side asked for all the matters to be merged together.
Right.
My lawyer did nothing about that.
But hold up. Your lawyer is supposed to be working in your best interest,
Yeah.
all right? Now, it don't seem like your lawyer gave you good advice, first of all. Secondly, it don't seem, from what you're saying, of course, that's your story. It doesn't seem as if you are getting sound legal advice. Why even continue the process with this lawyer if he's not working in your best interest?
Junior, be honest, I didn't even know much about lawyers and court and whatever. So I stick and feel I would have get good result from them. But anyway, after that happened, anything that comes after, my lawyer always neglect. Oh, this is not so. You don't have to answer that. You know what was the response to that? Oh, when we don't happen to answer an application or an affidavit that's sent to you, it ease you costs. No, we are not. That put me in more problems.
Wow.
That's not an excuse, but it appears to be my lawyer was taking money from the other side.
You, lawyer, that is big legal issues. That's a conflict of interest. If you're able to prove that the lawyer is fishing on both sides, taking money from you, supposed to be defending you, and still representing the other side who is bringing the case against you. What evidence you have to that?
I don't have evidence, but to how things rotating and going on, that's my own feeling.
So it's a speculation. You don't know that
Yeah.
far. You can't prove that anywhere.
But more than one application was being sent to me, and it was not answered. And when I went to court, the judge said I have to pay a fine for that. And my lawyer had the audacity to ask me if in 6 months I would get $3,500 to pay for the application. She did not answer. Apart from that, the judge in Grenada saw what the will is, but although they did not know what's mentioned in the will, I already own, they didn't know that. But they see that I had no form of income. So
Right.
my stepdaughters, them, had a document against me not to go to that apartment building and have nothing to do with it. One judge sit and she said, no, she's the wife, she had no income, she have to get that money. And she have to show how that money is being used, and we take it from there. Another judge that sit in said he need an account of how I'm spending my money and whatnot, and he need a receipt. Junior, to my good sense and knowledge that I have, I'm not a lawyer, but I know a lot for myself. My lawyer refused to answer to the judge the time given and the receipts that I have to produce to the judge how I'm spending my money, and the judge threw out my matter. You know what my lawyer did? My lawyer did an affidavit and get her clerk to sign I don't have the receipts. And the judge threw the matter. When I attend court and I told her, I said, what you did here is wrong. My matter is finished. No, 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 let's go. We're going to appeal. Appeal what? You had it in your hand. When we sit there, the judge said openly, you can go to the highest extent. You did not obey my ruling. You did not obey what I asked for. My request was not obey. You answer to what I asked for long before. Then now you're telling me Mrs. Japal does not have receipts? Where do I go from there? I can't appeal. I can't do nothing anymore. I already heard what the judge said. Now, when we finish, she's going to ask me, how am I going to pay the 3,500? So I said, no, I finish. That's it. When I get on to the other part in the associate, I was being accused wrongfully. The other party accused me wrongfully. I have texts where the other party is going to tell me my stepchildren them was generous to me to allow me to collect money from rents and what I have to give up everything. If not, he's not going to represent me or she's not going to represent me. Have another lawyer and get advice. After taking $25,000 from me.
So based on what you're saying here, this doesn't look as if the lawyer is in your best interest, based on
No.
the information that you're given.
Yeah, yeah.
And I could understand why you feel, based on what you've seen and based on what you're saying, why you feel like the lawyer is pinching from both sides or getting paid from the other side to misrepresent you.
Yeah. Junior, one of the documents that one of my stepdaughter produced in court on the date of her father's death, she normally do business for him in the UK. That
Right.
girl went and took out 250,000 pounds and came to Grenada and not even £1 she spent.
Guys, by the way, we opening up the phone lines right now. If you want to call in, you could do that. Miss Ahila is on the line, but there might be even some lawyers that's watching that could help us guide Miss Ahila in a straight way forward in resolving this particular issue. Again, she's claiming that out of the blues, out of nowhere, a will just were created or appeared and basically wrote her out of the will. And basically awarded her something that she already had, essentially, and gave full rights and executive privilege and powers to his daughters. And she ended up not having anything whatsoever. And on top of that, she believed that her lawyer is not working for her best interest. She also believed that it's possible that, but no evidence to prove at this time, that the lawyer probably was getting money paid from the other side to misrepresent her. An act, I believe, that is unlawful. It's ethically wrong if that is the case, because if you have a lawyer is supposed to look out for your best interest. But she's feeling like that didn't happen. The lawyer was not looking out for her best interest. And she is in a pickle right now at this moment. So at the end of the day, you basically lost everything.
Yeah, I had to walk away with nothing. And they're telling me, oh, I can go and find a job. Where a person over 60 years of age would find a job in Grenada.
So hold on. Is there an apartment where you're collecting rent?
No, they took it away from me. As I told you, my lawyer told me I have to give it up. It doesn't belong to me. Right now, that apartment building is up for sale for $960,000 US.
In Grenada here?
In Grenada here. And I am the wife, and I'm not with a penny. And I am the one who took care of my husband and do everything. And that false will with the fourth signature never opened nowhere in Grenada here. Well, in the UK, I can't pay to get somebody to open it there because they want over £15,000 to start a matter. I can hardly survive in Grenada.
Wow.
But here in Grenada, I know our judge here would have seen some right for me. But he was never be informed. Now, I go as far as I put all the receipts that I had, which my lawyer lied to the Chief Justice there, and put it as an exhibit, and I'm asking back for my $25,000. You did not represent me.
So let me guess. The lawyer got what he had to get. Did he finally get paid everything that he was owed? And did he drop the case, or did you get him off the case?
No, I was out of the country in 2021, December, for medical purposes. Normally I go out and check on my health. And while I was there was a matter came up where I have a little piece of land side to my house where I do farming since I came to Grenada 2007. That piece of land was being written in the will for one daughter.
Right.
So when they asked for me to give it up because I had the conveyance in my name after my husband died, my lawyer said, no, it belongs to them. I have to give it up. And if I don't give up everything and sign off everything with them, he's no longer going to represent me. And I find another lawyer and I take it from there. After taking my $25,000, never appear in court and stand for me in no way.
Wow.
Not even a paperwork they do as much, because whatever paperwork they have to do, I write it out and take it to them and they just look it over and they stamp it and go. And what hurt me is I am in St. Andrews and you can call me 1:30 and tell me to come in St. George's to take a document in the registrar to sign and stamp for a matter to go to court on Monday, and today is Friday. No, today is Thursday. So I said, no, leave it for the next day. No, she did not. She let her secretary go and sign it and said, I don't have these documents. And the time the judge gave us to get these documents straightened up and put in place, she did not. She did it months after. And it's not that I don't go in and ask and see and know what is my right, but she always refused. So I really feel I should get back my money and something should be done about this lawyer, because there are a lot of proofs I have where she neglect my matters.
Yes. Yes. Okay, guys, let me open up the phone lines right now. Hold on, Miss Ahila. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Let's open up the phone lines right now, guys. This is craziness. This is madness. Again, this is her story to tell. And what she's saying that basically speaks to an illegal act. If what she's saying pans out exactly how she's saying it, there should be a lawyer supposed to represent you. And as I said earlier, cannot pinch from both sides, right? 718-701-5720, guys. Let me open up the phone line right now. Let me know what you think about this madness that we're hearing here. Let me hear what you think about this madness. Let me see if I get the lines open right now and take some calls. 718-701-5720 is my number. Call in right now, guys. Call in. I need some advice on this. I need some legal expert. I need some analytic thinkers on this right here. What you think about what you're hearing so far? Besides, this sound like a whole Netflix series, guys. What's your thoughts? 718-701-5720. Phone lines are wide open. Yeah, someone said that it feels like a whole movie. All right, let's go back. Let's go back in. While we wait for this call, did you end up getting this other lawyer? Taking this other lawyer?
That's what the other lawyer did for me. The first lawyer didn't do much because she got ill. So the second lawyer messed me up all the way through.
Hold on. What I said, the second lawyer did what?
The second lawyer who did all the dirty work.
Oh, the second lawyer, you mean fix the dirty work that the first lawyer did?
No, the first lawyer was going well, but the second lawyer,
The
when
lawyer.
I have all these documents, never
Right.
respond to them or whatever.
Right. Okay. So yeah. Okay, that's the second lawyer.
Yeah,
And you pay $25,000 to that second lawyer, didn't
yeah.
represent you at all. You basically lost everything, and there is nothing that you could have done. Is it a final judgment? Here
Well,
in Grenada?
the final judgment is I walk away with nothing because the will is valid. The forged will is valid. Grenada court never see the will, never know the will. On top of that, I showed my lawyer here in Grenada when these people went to probate the will, they did not mention that he have a property in the UK. They did not mention any money or whatever. Oh, no, sorry. They did not mention about the money and the property he have in Grenada. They just mentioned the one property he have in the UK where they shut me out. They undervalue it, and that's what probate the will. A part of that, when the will go to court, they told the judge he's in England, and he made the will in England. I went to probate the will. They claim that he lives in Grenada. All these are documents I have can prove these things I'm telling you.
But but listen, if you have all this document and your case so strong, why are you losing all this case?
Well, that's the way my lawyer did here for me in Grenada. That's why I'm so upset.
And somebody had to validate that will. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm doubtful, but it's easy if the forensic are done on this particular will, and it says that it's invalid. How could a court make it valid if forensic says that's invalid? That don't make no sense.
Exactly, Junior. When I asked for the judgment to stay here in Grenada until we go further, the paperwork that my lawyer in Grenada here did never mentioned that the forensic of the will is forged, never mentioned what state in the will I got. You know what the judge respond? There isn't much evidence that he can state that judgment that I have here. And I know for myself, information was not given to the judge properly. If I don't tell you where I live, you wouldn't know where I'm living.
Hold on one second. Hold on one
Yeah.
second right here. I saw a call was coming through. We didn't get a chance to pick that call up. So, caller, we're asking you to call us back, 718-701-5720. That's 718-701-5720. This is a very unusual situation. Here we have the wife, guys, that is left with absolutely nothing. And she's claiming that the will, that document, is forged. However, it was validated, even if and when the forensic said otherwise. And that sounds crazy to me. And I don't understand. There's a missing piece to this right here. Because I would think that the court would ensure that they look at all the necessary forensic to ensure to make it perfectly clear that it is a legitimate signature and it's a legitimate will. And I think that they would check the forensic and they would make the decision based on forensic.
Yeah.
But that clearly didn't happen that way. So you are here in Grenada right now. You don't have anything. You're not even getting rent. You have a property there, of course. You have a property that you had from early. So it's not like you got anything new. And the daughters are managing everything. And you are just nothing. Nothing at all.
Nothing, not even a penny. Right now, the property that I used to get the rent on, which they took over, they're selling it for hundreds of thousands US dollars. And I sit down here without a penny.
All right, guys. Again, we open up the phone line 718-701-5720. What's your next step? What are you planning to do now?
Junior, be honest with you, I have no plans in what I'm going to do and how all that I'm asking for. I report my lawyer and I'm asking, I need back my money and I have to do something else to carry on my life because I have nothing. But I know if the judge here in Grenada had seen my case the way as I'm telling you, if my lawyer had put it, no matter what will in which country, I would have entitled to something because he have property here and things could have been different here. And here is where we live. Although he was a British citizen, most of our time is in Grenada. No judge would have seen I as a legal wife walk away with nothing. And most important is he would have never gave me in a will what he already given me. That alone tell you something.
And I could understand the frustration that you're going through.
It is. Thank
I-
God I'm strong. Thank God I'm strong.
Yes, yes. Is there any? Are you thinking about in the short term of trying to appeal this immediately? Probably you lose faith in lawyers now, but I mean, this sounds like a legitimate case that you could win if you have all the facts that you say that you have.
Yeah, Junior, you know, I spoke to a few lawyers and how things going in this country. Nobody want to do anything and say anything. All that they said, well, maybe you got to take it over in the UK and what not. And it's just like, what must I say? It's just like it just water under the bridge.
Yes.
Because it's a bit complicated with all that went on. Because if my lawyer had opening up to the judge from the beginning and said, well, listen, Mrs. Japal have, or Mrs. Ahilia, or whoever have a document here to prove that this will signature is being forged, the judge in Grenada would have taken a different step.
Yes. I agree. Let's take a phone. Let's take a phone call right now. Caller, you live. Where are you calling us from?
Yes, good night.
Hey, good night,
Jimmy, I'm
caller.
calling from Grenada.
Hi. Okay, Grenada, go right ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say I could relate to that lady situation. Had a similar situation. And whether man lawyer, woman lawyer, all the lawyers in Grenada, that's what they do. String you around, take your money, working for the same two people. That's what they do in Grenada until some things change. And some lawyers are made of this bad or made to pay for what they do to people. This thing wouldn't stop. But, she should leave them. Because, I had a similar situation. I left it just like that, where there were false signatures and all those things. And what happened? The person end up, whatever, I don't even know what end up with them because I left them with everything. And they have nothing for themselves today. So she could leave it at that. I'm so sorry on what happened, but it doesn't matter. I see people giving lawyer names on the live and saying, check this. All the lawyers in Grenada are the same damn thing. Sorry for my language tonight. Have a good night.
Right. Hi, caller. Wow. Someone just messaged me there. They said, if what she's saying is true, the lawyer need to be disbarred. Someone just messaged me that there from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, because that is not looking out for your best interests. And I want to be able to also pass and check you. I wanted to pass in St. Andrews today to check you, to take a look at the documents that you have, and then see if I could advise you what you could do going forward. So I probably
You're
will-
welcome anytime, all the time. I'm telling you, I have all the information. I have all the proofs. Would you believe my lawyer said one day when I went in the office, oh, you only need my gun to go to court because you have all your facts more better than what I have mine. But the ones that she hid from me, I hadn't. So when I took back my documents and when I go through them, then I saw on 3 occasions she never answered to application that was sent to me.
Right.
Which delivered to me, I know, but which delivered to the office, I knew not, and they never told me.
Right. Right. Okay. All right. So listen, I personally, from my own interest, which is to get to the bottom of this, and that's my only interest, I would take it upon a project to do more investigation into this here. Because
You're
if
most welcome.
if what you're saying pans out, it's unfair to you. Is it possible that you could even contest the sale of this property in Grenada? Hold on. Before you answer that question, let me just take this. Let me just take this other call on the WhatsApp right now. Caller live. Where are you calling us from?
Yeah, hi, Junior. I'm calling from Miami.
Miami. Go right ahead.
Yes, yes. So you know what? If the children was nice, and even if he had the will, probably he could have had the will from before, you know, and they should give her something, no matter what. They shouldn't take everything from her. At least leave her with what she have in Grenada, and then they have what they have in England. So that's very not nice of them. And for the lawyers in Grenada, you have one woman lawyer. She's very shady. She tried to escort money from me, and she tried to fast talk me, but I got a lawyer who would deal with her. So I know some of those lawyers, I deal with is shady in Grenada. So I just saying to that lady, all she have to do is pray, and God gonna take care of all of that for her. Okay, bye.
All right. Thank you, caller. Thank you so much. Yeah. I'm going to stop by and see what we could do to get to the bottom of this. Okay, I said it's unfair. It's really unfair. So I'll stop by probably sometime in the week.
You're always welcome.
Yes, 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 yes. We got another caller on the line. Let's take that call right now. Caller live. Where are you calling us from?
Hello.
Hi, caller.
Hi, good evening. I'm calling from Guyana. I'm just curious, in your country, do you guys have like legal aid where you don't have to spend much money?
Thank you, Guyana. That's a good question. Yeah, we do have legal aid. Miss Ahila, have you considered taking legal aid, a legal representative, that you don't have to spend all this money?
Yeah, but I was never given one. I have to pay legal aid.
No,
No free legal aid here.
there no free legal aid?
No.
I didn't know that.
And they said after certain amount of like property with the cash, the value of what you have, after I think they said it, I can't remember fully, after $10,000 and over, they do not represent you. You have to take your own action with your own lawyers.
I have to look
No
into that.
legal aid on that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
I
Guyana.
hope you get some.
Thank you so much, Guyana. Yeah. Big up and thanks to the folks in Guyana. A huge fan base there in Guyana that support and watch the program. Thank you so much. Yeah, we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do. I want to see justice. I want to see fairness prevail in this situation right here. And I
Thank
think
you.
whatever we need to do to help in that regard, we'll do it. All right. Any last word? We had that time. We have to go on a break. Before we do that, any last word you want to say before we wrap it up?
By airing my problem here with you, Junior, I only hope that someone here can hear me, maybe give me some helping hand or some advice where something else can be done. Because I was forced to sign off every matter with these people and give up all my rights. I was forced because my lawyer told me they're not going to represent me and I see somebody else, and I had no other choice. I had to see elsewhere. And last of it, I'm going to tell you, I couldn't even afford to pay lawyers. I had to borrow money to pay lawyers. When these people have more than £1 million dealing with car and fancy houses and what have they, and I'm without a penny. And right now, the property in Grenada is on $960,000 on sale.
Right. Okay. All right. We're
I
going.
hope some help can get onto this with airing my concern through your program. And
Yes.
thank you very much for this.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for
You're
picking.
welcome.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Yeah. Guys, you heard her story, yeah? You heard her story. Again, if all that she's saying pans out the way how she's saying it, it's unfair, it's unjust, it's not right. Nah. Let's take a quick commercial break, guys. I got some closing words when we come back. Before we go, I got to tell you guys, okay, let's just take a commercial break and got some closing words. Don't move, we'll be right back.
Island in the sun. Look at how we've grown, how far we've run. 50 years we strong and more to come. More to come. More to come. We're going higher. 50 years we're blessed, we're forged in fire. Still reaching for more. Going up, going up, 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 up. Going up, going up, going up, 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 up.
Wow, it's Instacash Grenada. Imagine a game with no numbers to choose from, no draws to wait on, and you can play it every day, including Sunday. That's Instacash. It's fast, it's easy to play, and you win prizes instantly. Instacash. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA. Making dreams come true.
Guys, are you planning to fly to Grenada? Yes you are. Yes you are. I can see it in your eye. You need a vacation. Yeah. Well, listen. Go to jetblue.com right now and check out the great fares from JFK to Grenada. 2 flights per day, guys. JetBlue.com, flying to Grenada. Pick up to the GTA, Grenada Tourism Authority. And also, guys, they get so bad right now. Not only 2 flights from JFK to Grenada, you know. Boston on a Saturday. So we have JFK, 2 flights per day, and on a Saturday, flight to Grenada nonstop via Boston. It's amazing. Big up to JetBlue. Big up to the Grenada Tourism Authority, the GTA, making it available and affordable. Guys, listen, I want to invite everyone right now. I want to invite everyone that could hear me right now. Now, this Saturday, here's the reason why I'm here as well. We are launching for the very first time on the island the grand opening of the Riders e-bike excursions and tours. Now, let me tell you how this thing is, Jen. Bad, right? So say you're in St. George's and you want to get an e-bike. Now, an e-bike is not a motorbike, it's a bicycle with power, right? You can now walk into the Esplanade Mall, we are kiosk number 3, and rent a e-bike. As easy as 1, 2, 3. Scan, pick up, go. But that's not all, guys. From January 14th, we are having a weekly, every Sunday excursion ride, starting in St. Mark on the 21st. And we're going in, you got food, you got breakfast, you got lunch, you got refreshments, everything, guys, plus the e-bike. We only have just a few more space available. So if you want to book right now to be a part of our first excursion ride via Riders Excursion and Tours, you got to click that link right now. Let me put it up on the screen so you could book right now. Where is it? Booyah, there you go. Book right now, Riders e-bike excursion and tour. That's St. Mark, and that's the 21st of January. Book right now. And if you have a friend, guys, and you want to share some gift cards, you want to share some gift cards with them, you could go online and buy a gift card, and they just walk into the kiosk on Melville Street and redeem the gift card. So you could give a gift of ride. It's eco-friendly tourism. It's really amazing. Also, guys, if you're looking for Grenada t-shirts, sweaters, hoodies, polos, bags, the whole nine, guys, we got it. Yeah, we got it. We got it. Hats. Everything. Get it right now, guys. It's limited. I came to Grenada with a few, about 50 or 60 guys, and we made a stop in Lafayette, and whoosh, half of the thing done. Yeah, half of it done. Lafayette buy out almost all. All right, so if you want to get it now, you got to come into the kiosk booth. We're not going to be there tomorrow or the day after that. But if you see me in town, stop me. If you see me in town, stop me. I may have a few on me. All right? All right. And then when it's done, it's done. It's finished. No more. Nada más. And he ain't coming back again. Next year is a whole new different brand. Okay? As I was telling you guys, Riders e-bikes. Rent and get on the tour on our Riders e-bike. That's the actual bike, by the way. It's really, really, really amazing. Book now and let's ride.
You ready for an exhilarating adventure? Then look no further than Ride Excursions and Tours. Get ready to explore the great outdoors like never before with our powerful e-bikes. Discover breathtaking sightseeing tours around the island. Feel the wind in your hair and experience nature in its purest form. Now, whether you're a seasoned rider or a beginner, our e-bikes are perfect for everyone. Call us at 473-422-1011 to book your excursion or visit ridersebikes.com. That's ridersebike.com to reserve your spot. Unleash your adventurous spirit with Ride Excursions and Tours, where every journey becomes an unforgettable adventure.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money day.
The Ministry of Tourism and Economic Development and the Grenada Tourism Authority extend a warm welcome to visitors and returning nationals visiting for Carnival and summer vacation. We do hope you enjoy your stay with us, and we invite you to return with friends and family to celebrate our 50th anniversary of independence on 7th February 2024. Tourism is my business, your business, our business.
Yeah. Alright, so my lovely people in Carriacou. I can't forget about my people in Carriacou. Carriacou, we are coming to you. Alright, we are coming to you. Okay? I'll announce the date. I'm making a special stop off in Carriacou. Kim the King and the folks in Hillsborough, Harveyville. Yeah, man. Big up the folks in Carriacou. Carriacou is amazing, guys. Carriacou is amazing. Guys, listen. I while we were on break, on commercial break, I was also texting a colleague of mine who's a lawyer and gave me some good advice that that our guests could utilize. And I think that hopefully, guys, because money is always a thing, hopefully we could get a situation where this thing could be overturned, something could be done, and she could at least get something from all of this, because it's not nice. They have this apartment that's been sold for $800,000+ US, and she ain't even getting a penny from it. So we gonna sort it out. I'm gonna meet up with her in the week, and we'll see what we could do to get this information and try and see what could overturn. That's my pledge, and I'm gonna help in whatever way I can. All right, and if anyone else out there and you have any advice and information that could help, please reach out to me and I'll put you in touch with my guests with great advice. Lawyers, if you're watching and you want to help, please reach out. I will make the connection, all right? Guys, we thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of our program. This is Ride Along Live. We're going to be here for the next couple weeks, at least next week or so in Grenada, bringing you live broadcasts from Grenada. And on Saturday, we're at the Esplanade Mall, the official launch of Ride. We want to see you guys there. If you're in Grenada, come and toast some champagne with us as we cut the ribbon for our first e-bike excursion and tours on the island. Looking forward to see you guys there. All right, catch you guys later.